Hi, I'm Joe from Pure Electric, and today I'm going to tell you my top 5 tips for cycling to work. Over the last 6 or 7 years, I've done plenty of cycle commuting, and in that time, I've learned a few tricks and tips to make that experience a little bit easier. As always, if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the little bell icon so that every time we upload a new video, you get a notification. Tip number 1, good prep will help you get out the door in the morning. When I first started commuting, I was full of enthusiasm and couldn't wait to get out the door every morning to hit the roads. But as the months wore on and the weather changed, got a bit worse, finding the motivation to get out early became more difficult. For me, it was all too easy to get distracted by my phone, faffing with clothing, trying to find my keys, and sometimes meant I was late getting out the door. So, to combat this, I made a habit to get all of my work things, for example my laptop, my food, and all my kit ready the night before. This meant when I woke up in the morning, all I had to worry about was having a coffee, shoving down my breakfast, then heading to work. This is a small change, but worked wonders for helping me consistently cycle to work. And it's a double win because this tip will cost you nothing. Tip number 2. You may find yourself getting hungry, so pack some snacks. Now, this tip kind of depends on how far your commute is. If you're only doing a 10-minute ride to work, you may not have to worry about bringing any extra food. But for those whose commute is longer, you may want to think about bringing a couple of extra snacks to keep your energy levels up throughout the day. E-bikes certainly help as they do some of the work for you, but just like walking, you're still burning energy and you may find yourself getting hungry. What you eat, well, that is totally up to you. I quite like eating trail mix, or sometimes I bring some bread in and put it in the toaster at work, and I often see my fellow presenter Michelle going for the saurine. Tip number 3, good cycling kit can make the experience a lot more enjoyable. There's no doubt you can cycle to work wearing normal clothes, especially on an e-bike where you don't have to work as hard. This also means you won't arrive at the office feeling uncomfortably sweaty. But if you want to keep up with your commuting in trickier weather, there are a few clothing choices I'd highly recommend. Gloves and a waterproof jacket are great to have, and there are plenty of affordable options out there. I'd also recommend trying to find options which have reflective materials on them. Lights are a legal requirement at night, but can also help you be seen during the day. And if you want to commute no matter the weather, we're talking rain, sleet, cold, then you may want to think about waterproof trousers and other bits of specialist kit. But for many, a decent set of gloves and waterproof jacket will cover most situations. Tip number 4, find what helps with your confidence. When you first start riding to work, you may find certain things knock your confidence. For me, I was super keen to be seen by cars out on the road. So, in order to build my confidence, I made sure I bought a decent set of lights, and this really helped me feel safer out on the roads, even in the middle of the day. Other members of the Pure Electric team have practiced their route into work on the weekend before doing it for real during the week. This helps as you'll know your way and roughly how long it will take to arrive at your destination. Finally, e-bikes will help with building confidence as you don't have to worry about hills as much, and you can pull away from traffic lights and junctions that much quicker. On to my final tip, and that is, the quickest route may not always be the best one. When I first started riding to work, I took the quickest legal route I could find. But in hindsight, while it may have been quick, it probably wasn't the best option available to me. As I mentioned earlier in the video, if you make some time to plan your route, you may find a much quieter road, smaller hill, or just nicer scenery, which will hopefully make your commute far more enjoyable. Yes, your new route may add on some extra time, but the peace of mind of knowing you're on the safest and most fun route possible will far outweigh having to get out of the house that little bit earlier. So there are my tips. I've only picked 5. If you have any tips of your own, we'd love to hear about them in the comments. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the little bell icon so that every time we upload a new video, you get a notification. Bye.